It's the grandson of Right Thought. When you think about fighting, you think about boxing, two fighters. The best fighter is the one who can make adjustments during the fight. He can make adjustments to the circumstances that he finds himself in. And he's able to shift and change given the circumstances that he's facing. He has enough skill set where he's able to adjust. That's the fighter that's going to come out on top. So if he's fighting somebody who's maybe has a longer reach than him, then he's going to make the proper adjustment for that. He knows the skills and has acquired a skill set to make the adjustment. If he's fighting somebody who may be faster than him, then he has to make the proper adjustment. If he's fighting somebody who maybe has more endurance and stamina than him, then he has to make the proper adjustments. The fighter who can't do that is the fighter who will lose. The one that cannot make the proper adjustments in the circumstances. He just keeps getting hit with that jab. He cannot move his head. He cannot counter. He just keeps getting hit with that jab because that guy has a longer reach than him. He can't adjust to it and still win the fight. Well, what allows somebody to be an adjuster or the one that can't make the adjustments? It's the person who's self-accountable who makes the adjustments. The person who is self-critical cannot make the adjustments. So the person who is self-critical while they're training, while they are practicing, they're self-critical. They're critical of their own mistakes. So say they were working on the heavy bag and they could not get a combination down. Instead of being self-accountable with themselves and saying, okay, maybe I need to practice more. Maybe I need to watch some more film on that combination. Or maybe I need to, whatever it is, he makes the proper adjustments because he's self-accountable. The self-critical doesn't. He becomes frustrated with himself because he's not able to execute that combination. Instead of seeking out ways to adjust to the problem, he's just self-critical. And so you in your lives, which one are you? Are you self-accountable and able to make the adjustments to life and adjust with it, to have the serenity to accept the things that you cannot change, the things that are just so? Like the man with the longer reach, it's just so. So you have to make the proper adjustment to it. Are you able to be that person? To be self-accountable? So when you make mistakes, when you fall short, okay, bow, I got hit with that jab. Okay, let me adjust so that I don't get hit with that jab anymore. Or do I just stand there, keep getting hit with the jab, and then hate myself for getting hit with the jab? God, I'm so stupid. I keep standing here getting hit with the jab. What's wrong with you, man? You're the dumbest person in the world. And that's using the Most High's name in vain. See, because when you're speaking about yourself like that, is it profitable? Or is it vanity? Is it non-profitable to say things like, I am stupid, I am weak, I'm dumb, I'm inadequate? Is it profitable or is that vain? So then to say I am is you taking the Lord's name, and then when you say something like stupid or I'm just a failure or I'm just not worthy, I'm just whatever it is that's negative, you're taking the Lord's name in vain. So you're speaking of yourself in vain. It's not profiting you. It's not going to change your outside circumstances. You don't become a better fighter by just condemning yourself for not effectively using your skill set. You just adjust. Okay, I don't want to get hit with that jab anymore. So maybe it's in your life, I don't want to be treated like that anymore. So then I'll adjust what I do, because that's all I can do. Just like in the ring, I can't make him stop throwing that jab, no matter how much I want to make him stop doing it. If he's intent on doing it, I just have to adjust. So in your life, if something's coming to you and it just keeps coming to you and it just keeps coming to you and it just keeps coming to you and busting you up, are you adjusting? Or are you just being self-critical, which allows for no adjustment? There's an old adage, don't cry over spilled milk. Why? I ask all of you, why shouldn't you cry over spilled milk? Because it's spilled. Just pour you another glass. Adjust. But if you're being self-critical, self-loathing, self-hatred, then you won't adjust. You'll just cry over the spilled milk. You're so stupid you spilled that milk. Oh God, I'm so clumsy. Instead of none of that ever even came to your mind or came out your mouth. It's just you cleaned it up, laughed about it, poured you another glass, and gave thanks that you had enough to pour another glass. So as we move forward in this generation, do we move forward triumphantly? Making the proper adjustments to life? And having the serenity to accept the things that we cannot change? Or are we trying to force it? Do we want to force it? Look at this. Ooh, you're lucky I can't flip my camera. This is a one-way street, and you got law enforcement going the wrong way up the one-way street. But anywho, back to my point. I'm sure that was a distraction. Which one are you going to be? The one who is self-accountable. Okay, I made the mistake. I spilled the milk. Let me clean it up and pour a glass, because I still want the milk. Or am I going to just sit here and just cry and have a tantrum and just throw a fit and remain a child? Or am I just going to resist and keep getting popped in the face with that jab? So many times you see it. If you're a boxing fan, just watch the head trainer, when the fighter's in the corner and he's been getting his ass whooped. He's like, why won't you just do what I'm telling you to do? He's like, I'm trying to do it. He's just stuck in it. He's stuck, talking shit to himself inside of his head. Pow, oh shit, I gotta fucking keep getting hit with this fucking jab. Pow, oh God, why can't I get out the way of this jab? See? Instead of boom, oh, I got hit with a jab. Let's not let that happen again. Let's do everything in our power to ensure that doesn't happen again. Let's ignore the pain I feel. Let's ignore the busted lip, because I got popped. So I expect to have a busted lip. But I don't want to continue to keep getting busted lip, lose no teeth, get a busted nose, no eye. I want none of that. I want to look real, beautiful at the end of this, I want to be like Muhammad Ali. I am pretty at the end of this. Like Pretty Boy Floyd. I want to be Pretty Boy Floyd. I don't want to be all busted up, talking crazy, punch drunk, talking with my tongue hanging all out my mouth and shit. I don't want that. So I want to get punched as least as possible. So then I take my training, and instead of critiquing myself all day, which doesn't offer growth, because I want maximum growth. And how do I get maximum growth? How do I get that? By maximum self-accountability. I lack this. Let me build it. I lack that. Instead of, oh my God, I lack that. I fucking suck. That doesn't provide growth. That actually inhibits the growth. It kills. See, so we don't do that. It's just simple wisdom. We're wise as serpents and harmless as doves to ourselves and then to our neighbor. We're not going to lack wisdom today. Wisdom crieth in the streets. Y'all may not know this, but wisdom was out in the streets crying and nobody wanted to listen, so she went on back to her place. She went on back to her place in heaven and said, okay, y'all don't want to listen to me then. So, what are you going to do without wisdom? How are you going to profit in this life, forward in this generation triumphantly without wisdom? Not having that oil in your lamp. And then you're going to try to go back and buy and go get some when she's already departed. No, see, we're at the end, the sand. Like I told you, just a few little sand kernels left. So where do you stand today? Have you taken self-accountability? Or are you still being self-critical, which don't allow you to grow? Siloam, Yisrael.